I think I want to be a kid at Mount Zion. I get to visit different churches, and sometimes I just want to break into the pastor's office and camp out there and take their job. That's why Pastor Tyler locked his office, I think, before he left. This is a great place to be. A really wonderful facility, and I love this playground. Is there an age limit? No, that is awesome. I love it. Well, I'm going to talk to the young at heart here. I wonder what it's like for you guys. Sometimes things change for kids over the years. And I was wondering, these days, what happens if you complain about what your mom or dad or grandma or caregiver give you for dinner? What happens if you don't like what you're served to eat? What? Take a no thank you bite. Wow, that's pretty cool. So that's a way of saying you got to at least try it once, huh? Nice, I like that. But I like calling it a no thank you bite. All right. Any other responses you get when you don't like what you're served for dinner? Wow, I can see you like vehicles, trucks, cars. That's cool. You like doing gymnastics? You know what my mom always used to say? Well, a couple different things. Mom would say, people are starving in China. Guys ever hear that one? And I would be like, it's not like we're going to take this spaghetti and send it to China. Or she'd say, well, I guess you're going to starve. Or if it was your absolute worst meal that you really hated, you got one meal that you were allowed to hate, and then you were given a peanut butter sandwich. My meal was liver. Oh, some of you guys don't even ever have to eat liver. But they said, oh, it has iron in it. It's good for you, right? So that's the one meal I took an exemption on. Well, I talked about that because in our reading from the book of Numbers, we read about the people of God have escaped slavery and they're in the wilderness and they start complaining that they don't like the food. And God is upset that they don't realize what a gift it is that they live in freedom. So God sends a punishment. He sends snakes to bite them. Anybody like snakes? You like snakes? Yeah? Do you know how to tell a poisonous snake from a friendly snake? No? How do you tell the difference? Oh, they look a certain way, huh? I once encountered a rattlesnake on a hike, and I decided that was time for me to keep going and not stop. Sometimes I like to take pictures, but when the rattle is going, I don't need a picture of that. So sometimes snakes can be like really cool animals. Sometimes they can be poisonous to us. And so people were getting hurt, and they were getting sick, and Moses said, hey, God, what am I going to do about this? We can't have all of these people getting hurt so much. And God said, well, take a snake and put it on a pole, and every time people look at the snake, then they'll be healed, which is kind of an interesting idea. Like, hey, God, we're getting eaten by snakes. What should we do? Oh, you should go get another snake and wrap it around a pole. I'd be like, no, thanks, God. That doesn't sound like a good idea. But when you think about it, what God told him to do is, what is your problem? Your problem is that you're getting bitten by snakes. You know what helps us with our problems sometimes is if we look at them. So he says, take your problem, which is a snake, and lift it up so that everybody can look at the problem. And then if you look at the problem and you acknowledge that something is wrong, then you can move towards a better way of behaving or acting or better way of understanding. And then, because you've looked at the problem, it can go away. Does that sound like a good idea? Have you had some problems, and if you stop to really think about them, you found a way to like make things better? Yeah. And that is a gift that God gives us, is to be able to look at our problems. We don't have to be afraid of our problems. Everybody has problems. Everybody makes mistakes. But if we look at them, then God will lead us to a better place. All right? Well, thank you so much. I think I'm going to be here like later in the service.
Thank you for joining us. Be sure to like if you heard good news and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest message. Peace be with you.